evening from Galesburg High School, Galesburg, Illinois. This is Quincy High Blue Devil basketball, Western Big Six style. And welcome, I'm Jeff Wellman as we are here at John Thiel Gymnasium. The band's rocking and the pom-pom girls are out. Good crowd here already for the Silver Streaks. And the Devils got a good crowd as well. Looking at it so far, the Devils come into this one 19-2, 8-0 in the conference. Galesburg 8-16, but only 2-6 in the conference, as the Devils continue to be pushing 70 points a game, close to, and giving up 43.5. The Silver Streaks only scoring about 52 and giving up just shy of 59. These two teams played each other on December 10th back at Blue Devil Gymnasium. Quincy won. They led after one, 24-15. At half, 54-19. Third quarter, 75-31, and won the ball game 82-39. Longcore had 19. Thomas was 17. Clay had 12. And Louthen had 11 in that one. Of course, a great weekend of basketball for the Devils. 1-1 on it as they had the Quincy shootout. And the guy that was there alongside was Coach Pettit. And a fun weekend there at the shootout.
Oh, great weekend, great basketball. Good time down in Quincy. Tonight, I think you're going to see a little bit different team than we saw earlier, on the 10th of December, because Galesburg's gone young. The bio kid, starting the freshman, he's led them in scoring 2 of the last 3 games. So it's going to be a little bit different thing. I don't expect a 40-point game tonight, but I expect the Devils to come out on top, 20, 25. I'd be happy if they come out and play like they can.
Of course, they're on the road here at Galesburg, and this is the pregame show. When we come back, we'll hear from Andy Douglas and Coach's comments. It's Quincy High Blue Devil basketball right here at Thiel Gymnasium in Galesburg and on MeccaSportsCo.com.
For many, your home and auto are 2 of the biggest investments you'll make. With well-planned coverage from Pekin Insurance, you can rest easy. At Freiberg Insurance in Quincy, they're ready to talk with you about covering the things you care about most: your home, your car, and your family. At Freiberg Insurance, they'll be glad to review your insurance needs and put together a policy that fits you and your budget. Call 217-224-7774 and rest easy knowing you're covered by Pekin Insurance.
If you're building a house, remodeling an older home, thinking about a new deck, or need a whole new kitchen, Woodmart is your project partner. Since 1978, Woodmart has been the most trusted building materials and kitchen and bath design company in the Quincy area. At Woodmart, you'll find enthusiastic, experienced professionals helping you through every phase of your project. We offer smart advice for the contractor or do-it-yourselfer and top-quality materials. Woodmart Building Center, 2000 North 12th, Quincy, your project partner since 1978.
And welcome back to the pregame show, and of course, Coach's comments brought to you by Cunis Honda, Cunis Hyundai, Faith Family, and Giving Back with me, Andy Douglas, head coach of the Blue Devils. Coach, good to see you. 2 days of rest went by awful fast.
They always do. They always do.
All right, let's give it a quick review of the weekend after you went home for a couple of days and you got to practice. What was the overall thought on the weekend?
It was a great weekend. You have a shootout, which is a lot of fun. You get a lot of teams in from all over the place. You get a chance to compete on a big stage like we normally do, but we get to showcase that to, really the country. And, it's a blessing to be able to have something like that in the city of Quincy.
And like we said, playing a good team like that, the score, you anticipate 2 good teams that play good defense to come down to a close game where a little off on the offense can be the difference.
Yeah, it wasn't, I thought our guys played tough. That was the challenge that we put out to them is toughest teams win in games like this. And, we weren't the toughest all the time, but, the vast majority of the time, I loved our toughness. But, it comes down to missed shots. We missed quite a few layups right under the basket, turned the ball over a couple times, didn't get shots. And, defensively, I thought we could have been better at times as well. But all in all, it's a game that, is a part of the journey, as Coach Brown says, and a game that we'll learn from and be better from.
Just as we started the interview, I swear Coach Bonas was over there turning up the music on the table.
Right.
All right, so you had a busy week, 3 games, 1 at a time as we know, but it's 2 conference games. You got Galesburg here, we got Friday at home with Sterling before we even worry about the Crossroads shootout with Chaminade.
Yeah, busy week again. You know, something we really challenged our guys after Saturday's game. I told them I didn't think, and, you know, they agreed. Practices were not great Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, leading up to that weekend, and we all came to the conclusion that if we're going to win games like that against top opponents, if we're going to be at our best, regardless of the opponent that we play, we have to make sure that we're taking care of business in practices. And I give a lot of credit to our guys. They had Sunday off, and Monday came back, and it was the most competitive practice we've had maybe all season. So, you know, if we can continue to do that, you know, I like where this group can go.
So watch out, Silver Streaks.
Yeah, you never want to be the team to play us after a loss, and unfortunately for them, they got to see us.
Indeed. Good luck. We'll talk to you after the game.
All right, thank you.
And that's Coach Douglas. Coach's comments are brought to you by QHS Honda, QHS Hyundai, Faith Family, and Giving Back. When we get back, the Blue Devils and the Silver Streaks and the loud music going on right here in Galesburg and on mechasportsco.com.
Bet you outdrive you this hole.
If you outdrive me, I'll take $10,000 off every car sold at QHS Quincy this month.
Daddy needs a new ride.
Back in Galesburg, the pregame show. And, of course, we appreciate Coach coming up, talking to us there before the ball game. And, of course, our sponsor, QHS Auto Group, Faith Family, and Giving Back. Coach, you know, we looked at last week's success from playing good team like that. By the way, we had a couple things during last week we were going to talk about, and I didn't. They're very quick. The first one was that scoring timing situation at the end of the game that was a running clock. Max Wires was at the line. The horn went off, and then he finished the free throw. We didn't have it in our book. Locally, they did not count it. I asked the head scorer, and he said, no, it counts as that free throw. And he had it on the main official sheets, too. So,
well, usually when you get in that situation with the running clock, they stop it with, you know, minute 1.5 or, you know, whatever the case may be. Let the kid shoot the free throw and then let it run out. But down in Quincy, I don't know why they did that.
Well, they did briefly. At 2.5, they stopped it and then kept going.
Yeah,
so.
You know, and it's like, no, you let them stop, let them shoot it, you know, and then run it out. So, you know, in that kind of a game, you know, that's the right thing to do.
And that's one of those two. What do you do because it's a running score, and you rarely ever have that happen out there. All right, we had a couple other things during the weekend. I did say hello to a number of people out there, and it was funny. In Cheryl Hanks' seat was John and Linda Groves. But when I mentioned them the other night, I had just got done talking to Coach Bruner, and he was talking about the Rhodes family, and Shirley Rhodes was the secretary at Highland Riverside. So I believe I actually said John and Linda Rhodes, so my apologies. So John and Linda Groves, and to the Rhodes, congratulations, Shirley, and all those years out there putting up with Coach Bruner when he was out there as well. All right, now the one that was funny at the end of the game, you and I had a little fun banter, and I talked to one of our old classmates who was a play-by-play guy, and he thought it was funny as heck that I told everybody to sit back down in their seats. And as you mentioned, hey, you bought the seat.
You can do whatever you want.
You got it. And I know from high school to professional sports and everything, and music, people come and go, and I got no problem. I think what was getting to me was the first year of the shootout, if you remember right, way back in the first, and the organizers did a great job of getting the girls involved with the program. So they figured, let's play the girls after the Blue Devils. That way the fans will be there. Well, what happened after the game, you remember?
Oh, yeah.
Everybody cleared out, and it left an empty gym. So I think that's more of my mentality there. You know, even the other night, Chaminade and Brewster, one of the best games of the tournament. But by the time the end of the shootout's over, people are ready to go home, and by the first quarter, everybody's kind of cleared out except for those true basketball fans.
Well, and what you think of, you know, when you think of that, and, you know, I mean, hopefully this will bring more Blue Devil fans out to the gymnasium. But you may have had a lot of, you know, fair weather fans, you know, out there, and then when the game was basically over with, they left. But, you know, once again, getting them out there, major plus, so they will come back again, watch the exciting basketball that the Blue Devils are playing this year.
Indeed, by the way, Eric Stratman and all those involved. And, I wanted to almost go into the whole thing about, hey, listen, it ain't over. Well, if it was Yogi Berra, it ain't over until it's over. But, of course, the famous saying, it ain't over until the fat lady sings. Now, the minute I start saying that, I go, is that politically incorrect? So I need to explain to everybody, that actually comes from the opera. And it was always a big buxom lady, a soprano usually, that at the end, and one of the great ones, and I can't even repeat it, it's so long, it was a 20-minute finale, and it ended with the death of the Norse gods. And so it was not over until the fat lady sang with opera, and that's, of course, where it comes from. So that's just not me making something up. So not that I won't make anything up sometimes and make you guys out there challenge that. So kind of like the don't count your chickens before they're hatched, I believe. So, but it was a lot of fun last weekend, and now tonight, Coach, we got the Devils, and Coach mentioned it. I always mention it. I've tried not to mention it as much this year, taking care of business, and that's what tonight is. It's getting after it, doing what we do, and putting our best game forward.
Well, and I think we've got a different Galesburg team that we faced the first time. With the freshman starter with Biles, with another freshman contributing. I think, Galesburg's look at this and say, let's build for the future. So we'll see how these young kids, because they've got 3 juniors that start and a freshman right now, kind of similar to, not similar, but with a couple of freshmen getting major playing time, similar to the Blue Devils 4 years ago.
Time for our national anthem. And there's our national anthem. Starting lineups are coming up after this word from Blessing Health and Blessing Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. We've got you covered from head to toe.
Aches and pains are a normal part of life, but when they become too much, we have a team of orthopedic surgeons ready to give you relief. The need for joint replacements continue to rise, and our team stays up to date with the latest technology and robotic solutions. Every step of your journey matters to us. And when life throws you a curveball, trust Blessing Health's Orthopedics and Sports Medicine team to get you back in the game. We've got you covered from head to toe.
And back to Thiel for the starting lineups. The Devils will be wearing their road blue trimmed in white, and they'll start the seniors they've been starting all season long. Number 5, Cameron Wire is 5'10". Bradley Loncourt III, number 12, 6'4". And we mentioned, I think they've grown during the season. Dom Clay, number 14 at 6'3". Mark Louthan, number 20 at 6'5". And rounding out Keyshawn Thomas, number 42 at 6'6". Of course, the Devils are coached by Andy Douglas, Bruce Bonas, Ryan Brown, and Jeff Obert. By the way, Ryan Brown will not be there this weekend. He goes into the Chillicothe, Ohio Hall of Fame, and he's going in as an individual almost with 1,000 points. He had 1,200, of course, at QU almost. And also he goes in with a team, so congratulations to Ryan Brown on your good work there. And, of course, glad you stuck around in Quincy and glad you kept your kids around here, including Jada. We give a shout-out there to Jada. Let's break down the lineup. I thought they were going to turn the lights out. I thought for sure we were going to get a light turning out. For the Silver Streaks, they'll look this way. Number 3, he wears number 4. That'll be fun. 6'2" junior, Leslie Kelly. Cesar Bile, he wears number 10, 6'2" freshman. Toby Kivinina, I think that is right. I'm going to have to double check that real quick. I'm going to listen. 6'2 junior. I did not expect him to be in the lineup to start. Ethan Oxley, the big man inside, number 25. He plays hard. He's 6'4". He is a senior. And Jackson Wyatt, number 42. He is a junior at 6'5". And, of course, they are coached by Chad Thompson. And we are ready to go, Coach, as we get Mark Louthen in the center circle. Also on the other side will be Bile. And it's basketball time. Of course, the Silver Streaks in their home white trimmed with black and silver. And the Silver Streaks win the opening tip. Jackson Wyatt with that opening tip. Devils in their man-to-man set on defense.
That was Billy, the freshman that went up, got that number 10.
I believe that is, I think it is Bile, isn't it, Coach?
Bile?
Yeah, I think on that one. We got a 5-second call right off the bat there. Good job by Cameron Wires. He just kind of fell asleep with the dribble.
Well, Blue Devils are going to, do the defensive pressure and pushing the ball. Galesburg back in a 1-2-2, well, actually a 3-2. With Bile sinking down at the free throw line.
Ball into the right corner, BL3 to the high post. Oh, a good pass from the high to the low. It was fast. Louthen couldn't grab it, lost the ball, but that was a good look.
Good high-low set by the Blue Devils start the game.
Toby K with the basketball to the left side until I figure out that pronunciation. Back to the top of the key is Wyatt to the left side. That's my Toby K for the day. I rhyme with that one too. On the left wing, good job by Dom. Dom lost his man, then got him back. And the ball tips a couple times on the iron and goes in. So the first score of the day and the night is Galesburg. Short corner right side, back to the top of the key. Let's go to the left side. Shot from three, good. Mark Louthen with the extra pass gets the three. And, of course, brought to you by Woodmart Building Center, 12th and Seminary Road.
Good extra pass by Dom Clay.
Clay got the assist on that one. Wires at the timeline with a little bump. And Cameron will have the first foul of the ball game.
You like to see him aggressive, but you don't need those fouls out there by half court.
I know, at least if you're going to go for a steal or something on that. But like I said, Coach.
Save your fouls for them going to the basket and hammer them so they have to go to the line and make two.
Indeed. In the right corner is Wyatt. Back to the top of the key. Works to the left side. That's Kelly. Good movement on the outside. Big man down low. Now one pops out to the left. The other one, Oxley, looking to cut to that baseline. I keep looking for the shot clock now that we had it for 2 games. Just enough to get used to it, and then it goes back the other way. Wires with a good steal. They tried to go inside to Kelly. Wires on the run. Into the left corner. BL3, good. Bradley Encore the third.
Assist to Cam Wires, getting the steal, pushing it down, and then finding the wide open Bradley Longcore third in the corner.
WoodmartBuildingCenter.com. 2 threes for the game. Devils lead 6-2. Shot missed. Weak side, Cameron Wires with the rebound. Comes down the right side, BL3. Behind the back twice. Around. Shuffle to the pass. Good job by Keyshawn to the hole with a little double pump. Strong move. Keyshawn gets the basket. Another assist. This one, BL3.
Yep. Well, what you see with the Blue Devils when they're, going on all cylinders, they have 5 baskets and 4 assists.
And right now, I think all 3 of our baskets were assisted as we had Clay, Wires, and Longcore on each of the assists.
Yep.
I'll keep that. I mean,
when they're running good, you know what I mean? It's I say 4 out of 5. Good passes, sharing the ball, and getting the wide open looks.
3 different guys with the assists, 3 different guys with baskets. Mark Louthen with a foul. Him and Wires with the 2 fouls. At top of the key, Jackson Wyatt went for the pass to the right side. It was the old, you go one way, I'll go the other, and the zig and the zag didn't match up. Out of bounds, Devils basketball.
Good ball pressure by the Blue Devils, on the passing lanes.
And that was
forcing
the key.
That turnover.
Yep, that's why they went for that backdoor look for a second. Wires, 25 feet to the left side of BL3.
Well, if you're whoever, you make sure you dribble the ball at them, then they go backdoor.
Keyshawn faces up, 16-footer. Good, nice move. First he faced up, Coach, and then he did a little step back to get some clearance.
I like the Sigma face up. You know, I mean, all day long. You know, you can pass, you can shoot, you can go different places.
Louthan does a good job of stopping his man on the baseline, but Jackson Wyatt steps back for the bucket. That breaks into the Devils' 10-point run, but here on the right side, good from three. BL3 came up, liked it, took it, and WoodmartBuildingCenter.com, Jack McKenzie way.
You can't leave him open. You know, if you're a defensive team, you got to find him and get in favor. Well, there we go again.
BL3, and he gets the ball, comes down, pulls up, as Coach was said, from the left side. He misses it, but then the rebound was Louthan. Louthan gets the basket, and that's Mark's second basket. So the Devils looking good early. Coach Thompson wasn't very happy with his guard and what took place on the bad pass because it was lazy.
Yeah.
Longcar with the steal and brought it down.
Well, and you got to make sure you're getting on the defensive glass also because, you know, those offensive rebounds are going to kill you.
So 4:15 left in the first quarter. 13-4 Devils after they ran up 10.
15-4.
Oh, yes, I forgot that basket there. Thank you, Coach.
It helps when you got the board up.
That is. Well, and I would have looked at my running score versus my book. My book's got the 15 in it. Usually it's the other way around. My running score has it. Right now, Longcore's hit 2 threes. Louthan's hit a 3 and a bucket, the last one. And Keyshawn's had 2 buckets as well. And we've had 3 assists. That last one was Louthan on the offensive board, so no assist on that one.
You know, I'm thinking this game is about how the Blue Devils play, how they execute their stuff, push the ball, get their wide open looks, and make the extra pass. You know, I think they do that tonight as long as, you know, keeping their defensive intensity up. I think they'll be okay tonight. Obviously, starting out 15-4 here, halfway through the first quarter, looking pretty good.
And then, of course, we'll have the game on Friday night at home as we go out into the 1-2-2 coming out of the timeout, three-quarter court. Wires at the point. Clay and Longcore at half court. In fact, he kind of pointed down like he thought maybe he stepped on the line there.
And you're going to see Coach Douglas probably switch up a lot of defenses tonight, you know, getting them ready for, you know, Chaminade, getting them ready for Sterling.
Yeah, I didn't get to watch much of that Chaminade game to see what they've got. They're probably one of the best under 500 teams around.
That one big dude in the middle, Jahadi White. Oh, it's going to be fun watching Keyshawn and him go at it on Saturday in Normal.
32 McClellan got called for the foul. Was he the one that got kicked out last year, or was it his brother?
I don't know.
I think, well, I'll look at my shot down there at
Good
Norm
job. Travel?
Well, Louthan got the ball on the rebound, and he was using the right arm almost to make his way to get back to the basket, and I think they thought maybe he stepped a little bit to get to that point.
Well, he had 2 Galesburg dudes clawing at the ball, which, well, I'll sit there and
where are we at, Coach?
Watch it. I'll sit there and watch it.
1-2-2 coming out of the three-quarter court again.
The only thing I can say is let's be consistent.
Well, there's one right there for you. Boy, you know, it's okay to be a team struggling and trying to find your identity, but when you throw the ball out of bounds coming up and there's no pressure, that's got to be unbelievably frustrating.
Oh.
Devils in the half-court set on offense. Clay over here, BL3 will set it up. Coming out behind the arc to the left side is Keyshawn. Crossover dribble, spin move. Once he gets to that basket, gets it on the glass. Worked hard to get there. I'm not sure if that hand up was I need a break or if, hey, I'm good.
I think that was foul.
That's what Keyshawn maybe put his hand up there. Ball at the charity stripe. Kicks into the left corner. 3, no good. Air ball over. BL3 gets the rebound for the Devils. In transition, BL3 into the lane. Finger roll up the scoop. It hits the front, comes back off the back, and goes in. BL3 with 8 right now. Devils with a little 7-point run, now up 17-4. Inside 3 minutes left, first quarter action. Wellman and Pettit here on this Tuesday night. We'll be right back here on Thursday night. Another bad pass by the Silver Streaks. Ball went streaking right by, and nobody caught it. Yeah, Thursday we've got the ladies coming up here. That should be a good game. I think the earlier game this year was 44-41 when Galesburg beat us at home. 3-point game.
And I think Galesburg's ranked like 5th in the state in 3A or something like that, if I'm not mistaken.
Right ahead of Sterling. Or no, yeah. Sterling's ahead of them, I think.
Really? Okay.
It's Sterling then. They're both tied at 8-1, I believe, at the top of the conference.
2 good teams, 2 quality teams, and it's going to be a dynamite game on Thursday night.
They did call that on 23. There he is. I don't have a 23. Do you, Coach? I'll have to check out what they've got out there. BL3.
No, I do not.
Nice pullback shot. Good. BL3 with another bucket. Nice J there. We've got a 9-point run going. Yeah, I have to figure out who 23 is.
Well, and that's one thing BL3's done. You know, he's taken it from, you know, either layups or three-pointers. That mid-range game is spectacular.
And probably the other night, one thing I noticed, and we talked about it, Coach Brenner and I,
There's
there's a
one
mid-range.
right there.
No good. The other night against O'Connell, he took it too deep too many times. He went in deep, so he went beyond the mid-range and didn't go all the way to the hole. So it was kind of in between there a few times. Silver Streaks with the ball in the half-court set. Work to the right side. My Phantom play, 23. Listen to who. Well, he said
St. Michael got one, 23.
Is that what he, I'd sure like to know who it was that number 23 is.
That's Jordan Michael there.
We'll listen to him. I thought he would actually say it out loud. I thought I would actually hear that. Shot from the left side. In and out for Louthan on three. That was a good look. Rebound Ethan Oxley. And the outlet pass is taken away. Cam Wires in for the layup. Cam with a steal and a bucket, showing that quickness.
Oh, Culver Stockton is going to love him next year. Yeah. I mean, you get him in the open college game, you know, with the shot. Oh, my goodness.
We talked about that, Coach, when he was in the tunnel the other day talking about Culver, and he really liked Culver, and I thought, boy, they run. Right now they're doing a lot of run-and-gun type.
Well, and to be honest with you, you've got several Quincy High people that went to junior colleges last year. The Culver might want to make contacts and, you know, pull them back together.
Traveling call, good defense there by BL3. Rico came in as well. We had a traveling call over there. That's Jackson Croc-Siving. He led the team last time in scoring when they took us on down at the Blue Devil Gym.
Oh, yeah.
He'll take a seat, checking back in. Well, I will tell you that Demetrius Watson, I cannot put my points in there because he just came into the game. So 23 is going to be at the bottom until I can figure out who they switched on us. In the half-court set, left corner. Keyshawn, no good on the three. Battling, we got substitutions. Jarius Rice Jr. is in the ball game. Also Rico Clay Jr. and Milton Whitfield staying in as BL3 and Keyshawn Thomas.
Kind of challenge three for Keyshawn.
Rico makes a steal. 2-on-1. Now it became a 3-on-1 with the trailer.
Pass.
And that was a good pass from Rice to Thomas. Missed the shot, tipped around. Rico gets it and the putback. Boy, that was the extra pass.
You said a good pass. I said a great pass.
It was. Because it was 2-on-1, and as soon as it went to the other guy, Keyshawn was the trailer.
Perfect pass in the hands. Missed the layup.
BL3 knocks away from Oxley.
Here we go.
Up. And he throws it down two hands. Watson went right by him. BL3 went up strong with that dunk. And there's the last shot of the first quarter and the buzzer. And after one quarter, the Blue Devils 25, the Silver Streak 6. We're back with the second quarter. Blue Devil basketball right here on megasportsco.com.
Start your day off the right way at Hardee's.
We have new items for our breakfast 2 for $5. You can get a biscuits and gravy, sausage egg, or cinnamon roll. Any two of those for $5. You can't beat a made-from-scratch biscuit here at Hardee's. Sausage egg, biscuits and gravy, or a cinnamon roll. 2 for $5.
Is there any place better for breakfast than Hardee's? Come see for yourself. Hardee's at 30th and Broadway, Quincy.
Get to the hole every night, every time.
Back here at Galesburg, the band's playing, and boy, it echoes over there. You did a nice job over there. First quarter, we look pretty good, Coach.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's one of those things, our defense, give them 6 points, get our hands in you know, deflections, you know, coming down for the easy opportunities. You know, BL3 has been hot. I don't think he might have missed one shot, I think, the whole time, and he's got, 2 threes and 3 twos. So, I mean, he's being aggressive on the offensive end, and that's opening up a lot of things for other guys, you know, to go.
We had those 3 assists right off the bat to the first 3 baskets. After that, I'm not sure how many. We almost had that one where Thomas, of course, would have if he'd kept it in the basket. But second quarter, Devils will have it. Lineup looks like this. Rice Jr., Dom Clay, Rico Clay Jr., Whitfield, and Keyshawn. Right side. Comes down, short corner. Shot no good by Clay. Rebound on the other side. And that's Ethan Oxley. Little passive pressure. Devils pick him up in half court. Toby K with the ball. Good switch there with Whitfield and Thomas. Back to the top of the key. That's Wyatt. Toby K to the left side, Croc Sibbing was not there for the shot. Dom Clay closed down quickly. Now Oxley goes to give a screen, and then Croc Sibbing skipped it, broke to the left, was wide open, went up for the layup, and the weak side came to help, and we've got a foul on the weak side as Bio will go to the line to shoot 2. Whitfield, his first foul, and the first of the second quarter. First one no good. Devils in that first quarter had a 10-point run, then a 9-point run. They closed the quarter with a 6-point run that has not been closed yet and was right there. 25-7, second one was good. His first. Devils come down the side. Dom Clay's going to set the offense to the left side. Rice Jr. bounces it up to the top. Rico turns the face up, finds Keyshawn flashing from the opposite side. Keyshawn got whapped in the chin and the throat. Actually, in the jaw, but still got the ball on the iron. Almost went in. Keyshawn has 2 free throws. Been shooting much better the last few weeks, as we've talked about.
Good set by the Devils. Good movement by Keyshawn coming off the screen, getting to the opposite block, and then going up strong.
And he nails the first one, nothing but net. Foul on the other side was Wyatt, his first, and the first in the second quarter. Each team has 1. He was moving already there. Keyshawn knew that one. He was moving, kept the ball alive. Rice got the rebound. Dom has it on the left side. Rice flashes up to the high post. Now Rico takes a spot. Rice goes to the left side. Keyshawn to Rice. Jaraeus will set the offense. Keyshawn went to the high post. Dom to the left side. Good from 3. About 23 on that one there, Coach. Clay with his first 3 of the game. And it was brought to you by Woodmart Building Center, 12th and Seminary Road. Whitfield reaches out with a steal, and being behind the backboard, had the athletic ability to get back into the front with the basket.
I think Whitfield's going to be dynamite doing this 1-2-2. As we go forward here with the Blue Devils, being able to move wires, long core, and everybody else around. Long, active. Oh, my goodness.
Rice the foul, his first. Second on the Devils in the second quarter. Back into that ball game is that Phantom 23, so he's definitely one of their main players. He just switched uniforms on us.
Looks like a freshman.
Devils back. Well, I'll just pick a freshman there. I tried to pick the Watson kid. Looked like maybe he wouldn't be in, and immediately he comes in. Devils back on defense. Man-to-man. Ball pushed to the right side, comes back to the top of the key. The Phantom comes around. Oxley now bounces it down. Rico got beat. Now get covers. Too late, but didn't matter. Thought we were going to have a foul on Rico, but the travel came first, and Oxley traveled. Silver Streaks give the ball up.
Good job by Rico bodying up down on the block.
Inside 6 minutes left, first half action. Devils lead 31-7. High post Rico. Sets a back screen. Whitfield goes to the left side. Right side, Clay from 23. No good. Tipped around in front. You had the juniors with it. Rico had it. Also, Rice had it. They both tipped it.
2 football players going after that bad boy.
And I tell you what, from where I sat, Coach, they tipped the first one. The second one I thought we tipped too, but we're getting the ball back.
Well, that's all right.
All right, I like it. Keyshawn's going to take a break. Back in is BL3.
We don't get too many of those things here at the Theo.
We'll take them when we get them. In the right corner, Rico back to the top of the key. To the right side, around the screen. Good, Dom Clay. Good job there of setting that screen. Clay came up the right side at 21.
Assist for Longcore.
And assist also to Woodmart Building Center. When you need assisting with your kitchen or your bathroom, there you go, baby.
Call them now.
Yes. Or you can call one of our guys who are great at assist. Maybe they can assist you. How many times can we say assist? Can we match great Coach Bill with his obviously?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. We always love to jab at him. 5:10 left in the first half. Devils up 34-7 on defense now. Man-to-man still for the Devils. Croc Sibbing has it. Oh, an exchange. That was wild. They exchanged off. Loncourt had him, but then Loncourt went ahead and went back down, and it almost looked like he was just frozen there, but I guess he was supposed to pick up the next guy through.
What we have here is a lack of communication.
And that was there. It was our 9-point run, closed out again from the left side. BL3 misses. Good rebound inside by Oxley.
Good job by Rico not fouling.
34-9. There's a steal. It's on the floor. Clay started that one. Whitfield was there. Now Rice is there. And an alley-oop! Oh, my! Rice goes down, gets in about 8 feet, tosses it up for the assist, and the throw down by Dom Clay.
Here's another one.
Here's Clay. Throws another one down on the steal. Clay goes back-to-back with dunks, and he put the exclamation point on that one. Elaine Bettis, you can put as many exclamation points as you want behind that one.
Well, I tell you what, it was a good steal by Darius, getting it down, throwing it up, on the alley-oop to Clay. And then Dom stole the other pass, went down and threw it down again. So, a good, 20 seconds for the Blue Devils.
A little fuzz there. I got it. The only person I saw that made me look down and I almost missed their basket like that, the only difference was she didn't dunk it, was Chloe Nicholson the other day when she did that in that ball game, and the official scorer even missed it.
Well, and you sit there and you look at it, and it's the defensive pressure, coming out, three-quarter court, getting the steals, then making the extra pass for the dunk.
Clay with it, the strong dunk. The alley-oop was sweet, too, because a lot of times we've been a little off on one end or the other. Pass isn't quite there. A lot of times it's from a distance. Although I must say that one we had earlier this season, and it can't be too early because Whitfield wasn't with us yet, from the right side all the way down to the block, that was a pretty good distance alley-oop.
Well, you throw it up, hit that side of the backboard. You can throw it from wherever you want. The people, if they're in position, they're going to finish it off.
Well, that's what we used to do. I think you threw it up. I'd grab that $1 off the backboard and leave change.
Oh, no, not that high. You know what I mean? But from half court, you throw it up. I mean, Leggett had plays to where you throw it up to that corner, and people are going to go up and get it and dunk it.
Croc Sibbing went right into a trap. BL3 and Wires was there, and BL3 had it long enough for a jump ball, but the alternate possession there will stay with the Silver Streaks. The Devils will stay in there 1-2-2. 4:06 left in the first half. Devils up 38-9.
Great effort tonight by the Blue Devils here to start the game, first quarter and a half.
Louthan across the timeline. Good idea of getting across to get the ball, but he didn't come all the way around his man. He tried to reach from behind, and you can't get that with your...
Got to take that extra step and get out there and flash your hand up and deflect.
The lead official, of course, was behind him on that one. 4 fouls on the Devils, 1 on the Silver Streaks here in the first half. Second quarter left. Silver Streaks with the ball. Devils back in their man-to-man now. Having trouble going with the ball was Toby Kay. We'll send it down to the left corner. Bile. There's no movement on the weak side. Both these guys are on the left side, just dribbling and passing the ball. Got to be able to move without the basketball, or move with the ball, and that was a good move. The big man.
Well, a lot of this motion offense. There's not a lot of screens. Oh.
You had Ethan Oxley on the basket down at the other end, and on our end, BL3 got it in the left short corner, made an initial good move, and got called for the offensive foul. He didn't say anything about it. For BL3, that'll be his first foul.
Good teams never do.
What do we got going on now? Louthan on the call here. All right, down at the other end. Now, I will say this, Coach, that's 3 on him. I've seen the one official, the lady, make a lot of calls. And it was almost like he said, wait a minute here, I got to make my share of calls too here. So, but again, he goes behind him, trying to get around for a steal. Move the feet, get all the way around. At the free throw line, that's Ethan Oxley. Makes the first one. Devils have been at the line twice tonight. Keyshawn was 1 for 2. This is free throws 3 and 4 for the Silver Streaks. 3 and 4 go in, by the way. 38-13. Devils with the lead in the basketball. Wires has it. Left side, Clay. Whitfield on the left wing. Back to Clay. Passes the 3. Steps inside. Misses the 16-footer. Good rebound there by Rico Clay Jr. It will be Devils ball. Silver Streaks with a foul.
Good move by Dom. Coming off that screen, getting the, the mid-range jumper, I guess you'd have to say, from 17. Good look, rattled around.
Devils get the ball in. BL3 has it. There's a little screen and roll. Good job there. Give BL3 the assist. Rico Clay Jr. with a roll and the score. 40-13. Devils hit the 4-0 mark. 3 minutes left in this one. Back in the 1-2-2. Milton heads it up. Across the timeline. Croc-Sibbing has it on the right wing. In front of the coaching staff of the Devils. Brings it across to Oxley in the left corner. 23, which is Watson. Croc-Sibbing, good job by the Devils, keeping it outside the arc. Now goes down on the block. Turnaround shot, and a good one with the left hand. Toby K on that one. By the way, in the first game, well, we'll wait here, is a nice pick and roll. And not even a pick and roll. Basically, BL3 was taking it down to the short corner.
Pick and
Rico,
slip.
yep.
Pick and slip.
Rico got the basket. BL3 gets the assist. Ball out of bounds there in front of the Devils bench. The earlier game, Galesburg beat our Devils 53-39 in that one. Keyshawn's back. Rico takes a seat. 2:07 left in the half. It was close early in that ball game, and a lot of good play. I just happened to turn around and go, wow, when did it become a 14-point game? Some could say like this one became 42-15.
Blue Devils in the 1-2-2 now instead of the man. Switching up the defenses.
And it's in the half-court set. Back line is BL3 and Keyshawn.
Oh, steal.
There it is on the wing. Wires going to the basket. Wires up, under, and good. And I'll tell you, that's a good call.
He
the
fell
man was
down.
under the basket, and he flopped.
Yeah, he started falling down before he got hit.
That's why I thought it was a good call, because the official got down here, and she was in good position.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if you're in position, you make the right call, and that was the right call.
Yep. If she would have been behind the play or in front of the play, she very well could have gave a charge on that.
Yep.
Foul was called on Toby K. Wires will try to complete the blue-collar 3.
Sponsored by Woodmart.
You got that right. Get out and check it out, because Kevin's got what?
Wood. Good wood.
There you go.
Great wood.
Indeed. 1:36 left first half. In the high post. Guy was posted up, made a couple moves. That's Massellin. And he made 2 moves. Nobody was really around him. But I guess Wires got him just enough. And, of course, we're over the 5 fouls, so 2 shots with 1:33 left in the half.
And now it's time to call Kevin, because, when it's cold outside, get your kitchen done, get your bathroom done, and believe me, they got some great stuff out there.
Not only that, if you are preparing to build, some of that stuff you want to get ahead of time before you start. Make your plan out today.
Yep.
Oh, you are building?
No.
Okay.
No.
But you would go out there, obviously.
Oh, I think I'm good. Now, I don't know about building in Quincy, but, well, maybe.
Both free throws good there. But if anybody wants to buy a house, you still got one down on 11th, don't you?
I think so.
124, Devils with the basketball in the lead, 45-17. Do a little real estate while we're sitting here, Coach. Speaking of real estate, Dom Clay takes it down to the hole. He misses the shot, but a good take. And then in the backcourt, Wires and Clay. And a traveling, and BL3 had the steal and was going to put the dunk down.
Good pressure by the Blue Devils on defense. Especially on the secondary break for Galesburg going down. They got a trap at half court and then stepped up and stole the ball and got fouled.
And Dom, instead of after missing it, putting a head down or something, got right back in the action and helped with that trap.
Oh, he's been doing a great job defensively last 4, 5, 6 games.
Oh, actually, both sides of the floor, the Devils are doing well there, and Dom is. Milton goes in. Milton went from the right side down to the left block, and then the finger roll with reverse. Nice move, Milton.
He's one of those special players that as he develops, he's going to be very, very good. Oh, Cam had that one.
Wires with a steal. Now it's going to be his 3rd foul. We're going to shoot 2 there.
I don't even see him up on the board.
Well, it's so funny. I saw that last play, and all of a sudden we got to 47.
We got number 4, number 12,
and
number
I didn't
14.
Realize,
Who's number 4?
I didn't realize we had 47. Yeah, Jacob Salisbury. First free throw is good. I'm going to have to figure out where I lost my extra point there.
Well,
it's in my book.
I mean, up by 30, Ralph says, okay, I'm going to ratchet it up, on the defensive end and try to get me, a couple of points or, get a steal, get an assist, whatever.
I will say 7 for 8. 7 for 8 from the line for the Silver Streak. So 47-19. Devils have the lead and the basketball. Going for the last shot. Don't back up too much.
With about 15 seconds to go. We got to go here about 10.
Just so BLD didn't back up there. BL3 is right on the center line.
Let's go, guys.
Right side Whitfield, back to Clay.
Let's go.
BL3. Oh, and a great look there.
Pass.
BL3 was pulling up for a three-pointer. And he looked up, and both Galesburg guys turned their heads, and it went straight into Keyshawn for the bucket, and Keyshawn got fouled too, so he has a chance. That was awesome.
Great pass. Great pass by BL3.
And that just floated. Once he saw it, he brought the ball about halfway
You could not throw that one hard and get through there. You had to float it and get it to him.
Keyshawn missed the free throw. Silver Streak's got the ball, did not get a shot off, and we are at halftime. 49-19, not a bad first half.
Oh, great first half. I mean, getting after it. I mean, the passing. I mean, Longcore's got to have 6 assists. I know we ain't going to get our little sheets, like we did at the Quincy shootout. But he's got to have 6 assists, 12 points. I mean, he's accounted for at least half of the 49.
Yeah, especially in this quarter where he did the scoring in the first quarter, did not score in the second quarter because he was giving the ball up, which was pretty sweet. So
I mean, and some of his passes right on the money. Sometimes he's got to zing it down there and get it. Sometimes he's got to float it like he did on the last one. Great job by BL3.
And way to complete that there with Thomas. It's halftime. Pom-Pom Squad, the dance team's coming out. We'll take a break, come back as the Devils lead 49-18. It's Blue Devil Basketball, MeccaSportsCo.com.
If you're building a house, remodeling an older home, thinking about a new deck, or need a whole new kitchen, Woodmart is your project partner. Since 1978, Woodmart has been the most trusted building materials and kitchen and bath design company in the Quincy area. At Woodmart, you'll find enthusiastic, experienced professionals helping you through every phase of your project. We offer smart advice for the contractor or do-it-yourselfer and top-quality materials. Woodmart Building Center, 2000 North 12th, Quincy, your project partner since 1978.
Freiburg Insurance in Quincy is your local independent Pekin insurance agency. They're part of the community, and no one knows your insurance needs better than your friends and neighbors. Whether it's business, home, auto, or life, Pekin Insurance and Freiburg Insurance are ready to discuss your specific needs in person. Call them at 217-224-7774 and learn why it's always better to talk insurance with friends.
Bet you outdrive you this hole.
If you outdrive me, I'll take $10,000 off every car sold at QHS Quincy this month.
Daddy needs a new ride.
In the event of a sudden, serious injury to your bones or muscles, our orthopedic trauma surgeons are equipped to care for your injuries and optimize your healing. You can get immediate orthopedic care at our Level 2 Trauma Center or Orthopedic Walk-In Clinic. Every step of your journey matters to us. And when life throws you a curveball, trust Blessing Health's Orthopedics and Sports Medicine team to get you back in the game. At Blessing Health, we've got you covered from head to toe.
Oh my, it must be between the third and fourth quarter at Quincy High. They're playing our song at halftime.
Well, Galesburg's doing that for us.
Thank you. We appreciate that. So, first half's in the books. Devils lead 49-19. After the first bucket was by Galesburg, Devils had a 10-point run. We gave them another bucket. They called timeout at 4:15, down 10-4. Devils ran off 9, got up 19-4. We'll give them a third bucket, and then we'll stop there in the first quarter as the Devils run off 6 more and lead 25-6 after 1. A 9-point run in the second quarter at the beginning of it built a 35-7 lead, and as we went back and forth, Devils scored more than the Silver Streaks and now lead by 30, 49-19. Good half, and of course in the first quarter, threes came flying out there. Louthan hit 1, BL3 hit 2, Clay hit 1 in the next quarter, and we did complete a blue-collar one. Wires did complete his. Thomas missed his, but Thomas did get 1 for 2 on the charity stripe before that. So good first half for the Devils, taking care of business. There we go.
Well, and, to be honest with you, it starts on the defensive end. You give up 19 points in the first half, a lot of deflections, a lot of, coming down on the, secondary fast break, making the extra passes, getting the wide open 3 looks. That's the whole thing. You get the ball into the paint, then kick it out and step it into wide open 3s, you're going to make a good portion of those. So, the Blue Devils have, this has been like a roadmap for the success for the whole year. Playing good defense, pushing it out on the offensive end, and getting the wide open looks, on the transition 3. And then when that's not open, pull it back out and push it inside to the big fella.
And doing a good job of passing when we're making that extra pass. We're keeping our spacing when we do make those passes. Looks pretty darn good when we do that. And we mentioned the Sterling, that point there, because, Brock had told us at half, he said, hey, I had Longcor for 1 more point at Sterling. I said, well, I've got it. I went back and watched, and he made both free throws at the half. So we had 1 more point, but they never gave it. So we get those floating points out there. You know how that used to drive me nuts.
Oh, yeah.
Anymore, I don't care. That's like,
it still does drive you nuts. Are you kidding me? Still drives you nuts.
No, not as bad as the past. I just go, look, they gave me the sheet. Wait, hold on. Coach Douglas sent us that sheet. You got it, didn't you? I sent it to you of the stats. My numbers and his numbers matched. Right away, I went and bought a lottery ticket. So let's hope we win tonight. So good first half from the Devils. By the way, I did a couple more shout-outs there during the shootout, and of course I shout out to Tony Krebs. The last time I shouted out to him, I got a message back that he was reffing boxing down in St. Louis, and of course I get a picture of him and Ozzie Smith later on. So the other night, after talking to Mr. Spake, he said, he was here for the Rocky game. So I said, where are you tonight? And I didn't hear till the next day, reffing boxing in Jeff City. I did not get a picture of any famous people, though, on that one, so I'm not believing you until you give me a picture of somebody. Hey, a couple things we looked at. We were talking about father-son matchups, the Alexanders at Lincoln. By the way, Lincoln beat Rocky 42-41 the other night at Lincoln. Couldn't believe that. How about...
Oh, I believe it.
Well, I do, too.
Lincoln's a hard place to play.
You got it, and they don't like them. We only scored 51. The only difference is we gave up only 21. But we've been watching players, and players of sons of coaches. And, of course, when we were at Moline, I was talking to Sean Taylor, said, how's Kyle doing down at Monmouth? He's in his junior year, and he's always played well. Right now he's averaging about 9.2 points a game, 84.4% from the charity stripe, from free throws. And then last week we were at U High on that Monday. Notre Dame, we're actually at BCC, Bloomington Central Catholic. We played U High, and I asked Coach Welch, Jason is the coach at Bloomington Central, how's your son doing? He was a real deadly shooter, thin little guy. But one game he lit Notre Dame up back at that BLK, that's the Martin Luther King showcase. And he said, hey, by the way, he's a senior at Millikan, and he got his 1,000th point. So he's had a nice career out there. So a shout out to JT Welch at Millikan and Kyle Taylor at Monmouth, the former BCC and Moline kids. It's always good to see when coaches kids. I'll say Kevin Myers, I know Jackson was not planning on playing basketball. And at last note, I think he was going to be a fireman and was in John Wood to become a fireman. So best of luck to him. And it's always kind of neat to watch them because, again, they grow up in the gymnasium. They're around. Sometimes, when we're coaching, we forget our kids if we don't bring them to the gym because we're so busy teaching and coaching other kids.
Well, in my circumstance, I bring the coaching home. The kids and the wife would have to put up with it, especially after a bad game. And I apologize to all of them right now, but And sometimes, you get home and it's like you try to leave it on the court, when you get home but, sometimes, and then when you start coaching the kids, that's a whole nother ball game.
Well, Coach, I tell you this, when I was doing my coaching, my kids weren't even born yet and I wasn't married. So that was a good thing. I was out on the road. And then I can't believe it. I guess I should apologize because when I got into radio, I was in Kansas City, Kansas, Baker, Springfield, Missouri, while I think my wife was pregnant, and having Austin, of course, and Sydney, and still allowed me to do all those Culver, Stockton, John Wood games. And so that was a good thing here.
Well, yeah, and I still remember the year that I coached my daughter when she was a junior in high school. And that had to be the most intense year of coaching, and
rewarding, but intense.
No, it was not a good year. The wife was mad at me half the year, and I was doing my thing. So, I'm sorry, sweetheart, but but I think we did a good job raising $3.
Indeed, had a pretty good career. And of course, you mentioned her first game ever was right here, right?
Right here at the John Thiel. She had on her white Jefferson shorts with her, gosh, I forget what kind of pants they were. Underwear was like, spotted and, whatever, and you could see through them because the white pants.
That is funny.
And she's going to kill me, when I get home.
But that is funny because a lot of people don't pay attention when they're wearing them. And I guess now when we walk into the men's locker room at Quincy High, there's some interesting underwear and Looney Tunes. Looney Tunes and Dom Clay. That's all I had to say. I turned and went, all right, that was enough.
Yep.
Hey, ready to start the second half. Devils with the basketball in the lead, 49-19. Wires, Dom Clay, Mark Louthan, BL3, and Keyshawn Thomas setting a screen.
Clock hasn't even started yet.
And he goes in and scores. BL3 just scored with no time off the clock. How about that?
No, it's still not running.
Well, hey, here's the deal. In the fourth quarter, when you're down 30, it keeps running.
Well,
so when we started off, it's not running.
Here we go. Now the clock stopped, and they're still running it. Well, they stopped it now. Okay.
Oh,
I think we've got the scoreboard keeper, on now. Hopefully.
I love it. 7:53. Oh, they're going to actually take. Now you can't take time off. That's just it. You've got to basically just say, look, this is where it's at, and unless you actually knew, but we don't care.
Well, get the replay out, and we'll see.
Hold on, I got it right here. Anyway, 7:45 and counting. Third quarter, Devils lead 51-19. Silver Streaks with the ball. Ethan Oxley trying to work. Good shot. No, that was actually Jackson Wyatt. His short hook came up short.
Good outlet pass by Key.
Yep, Keyshawn, of course, got the rebound too. The backup three, no good. Louthan almost brought it in, but tipping from behind him was Wyatt. Touched it last, and Wyatt will go out.
Louthan's done a very good job tonight, passing the ball, getting on the offensive glass and rebounding.
And he opened us up with the first three-pointer, too, from the left corner. Devils in the half-court set. Clay. Oh, spin move. Clay goes to the basket, and then it shoots up in the air when he tried to make the spin and grab a hold of it. Out of bounds. It will go back to the Silver Streaks. Not a bad move until he lost the handle on it.
Well, he had 2 or 3 people collapsing on him inside. A low kick out for the wide open three might have worked a little better.
Croc simming across the timeline for Galesburg. On the right wing was Oxley. He waved him off. Coming up to that right wing, Bile starts his dribble. And there's a takeaway right at the free throw line. Clay up. And very softly as he brought it in with 2 hands. A very small exclamation point on that one.
Well, once again, defense turns into easy offensive opportunities.
Clay doing it all. All the Devils are. Ball was tipped away by Wires. Just got a little bit of that from Toby K. Backdoor cut. Oxley didn't have anybody. Now he tried to step in, but Louthan bodied him up pretty nicely. Back to the top of the key. Croc sibbing. Passes on the screen. Now he will use the screen. There's the roll. Wow, and Louthan was there. If Mark wouldn't have came up for that last half step.
If he wouldn't have reached.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
He could have taken a charge.
Yep.
He could have taken the ball away. Instead, he got to tackle. he looked as good as Max Wires coming up from the linebacker position.
I was going to say, that was very physical there, which that's what you want him to do, stop the ball, going to the hole hard.
4th foul, which is amazing. He's got 4. He had a couple quick, easy ones in the first half. Whitfield waiting to trigger in. I think he'll come in for Louthan. Yeah, Mark just stepped up there, and I tell you, when he hit, the silver streak hit him, it just boom. And he just looked over like, oh, I'm sorry. That's when you help a guy up, too. 6:27 left in the third. Devils on defense. Oh, Whitfield gets a hold of it and steals it. They tried to bounce it into Oxley.
His length and athleticism.
And them hands. Little floater. Oh, yeah, that's what I said. Just on the front of the iron and just wouldn't crawl over. It crawled off the right side. In transition. Wyatt shot no good. Weak side rebound, lost, but it went off of Wire's hand. So Silver Streaks will have it on the baseline. They'll put Wyatt down at 1 block. Croc Simming right in the middle of the lane. 2 guys at the high post. Flash and back screens. From the corner, no good. Whitfield gets the rebound. Here go the Devils. Wires, 0 to 60.
Here comes the 60-mile-an-hour fast break.
And he had no-looked it. It was on the wing. He no-looked it. And then Dom Clay from the right corner went in strong on that move.
And went underneath the basket and reverse layup. Very nice move by Dom.
Devils up 55-19. First 6 points of the second half are all Devils. Inside, Keyshawn playing some good D. Nice shot there by Jackson Wyatt. Wyatt's got 6 on the ball game. That cuts the Devils' 8-point run that went back to before halftime. Substitution. Oxley goes out. Double check who just came in. Oh, that's right, our Watson, who does wear number 20. It's my 23 Phantom player.
Good strong move by Keyshawn.
Keyshawn had every silver streak except for Croc Sibbing down there coming towards him in the short corner.
And he probably got fouled by 3 of them.
And almost still got it up. Well, there's our number 20. That was
no 2 free throws on that?
Watson.
What the heck?
1 foul each in the third quarter by each team. At the free throw line. BL3. Oh, nice little head fake. Now a little fade.
Oh.
Had the fade, had the foot miss, but then Keyshawn kept it alive. Keyshawn should almost get an assist on that as Whitfield gets the basket. Do you give him an assist and a tip?
No.
Rebound? All right. We'll give him an attaboy and we'll give the basket to Whitfield. Croc Sibbing. Oh,
traveling.
He did the Euro step.
With the Asian step,
well,
and
he put
that was a little too much.
I think he put the foot over there in the right to the Mediterranean Sea, and that's where it went. So we're stretching our geography knowledge there.
Yes, we are.
Inside 5 minutes, third quarter. Devils by 36. Wires to the basket. Knocked away. Good job by the trail official down on this side.
It's our St. Dominic education.
Yes, indeed. 4:53 as I'm cracking my knuckles right now with a pencil. I didn't do it. And don't forget to stick around for the Hardy's post-game show.
Oh,
there's a nice pick by Wires at the top. BL3 slid down, went in for the easy layup as it was passed inside. BL3 was just helping out and putting the ball out there. They said, do not touch that basketball. Actually, funny, beforehand, Rice and Clay were getting something to eat at the concession. Dom had the basketball on the counter. The guy came over and goes, get the basketball off the counter. Dom looked at like, what are you talking about? And then they made the guys give them all back in the stands, too, and put them back on the rack. Jackson Wyatt misses. But before he could pass the ball away. Now, wait a minute.
Whitfield, I believe, got the
No,
foul.
they called that a Loncourt, even though the only guy on him was Wires. I think he must have reached in quickly and got a hold of him because I looked and went.
Well, I thought she said 2-1, but it was 1-2.
Yes. And I thought actually it should have been number 5, but take your pick of 3 out of the 5 players. And a bad pass there. That wasn't even a backdoor cut. The cut was there, and Wyatt threw the ball. Devils get the ball back, and that's the key there. That's the Devils' pressure causing that.
Well, getting into passing lanes and the ball pressure, getting up into people, making it tough for them to pass.
4 on the perimeter. Keyshawn's in the high post. BL3 comes around it. BL3 all the way to the basket, and he rolls it in. Nice move there. That could have been one where he could have cupped it and dunked it, but no need up by 40, 61-21. Devils on
No,
BL3.
now this
he
one's
gets
going
a
down.
steal. Up, boom! Gets up with a one hand and throws it down. Another exclamation point. Use them up there, Elaine. Inside 4 minutes, 63-21. To the basket. Ball's tipped away by BL3. Wires throws it all the way down court. Clay brings it out as he didn't have the alley-oop. To the short corner, back out to Wires. Wires with a spin move. Oh, and Wires with a great spin move. Steps back to the three, no good. That would have been a sweet completion to that move.
Well, yeah.
Keyshawn, his first foul over there near half court, going to try to save the ball. Yeah, I love the spin move, and then out of it, he just basically said, look, I'm that close, I'm going to step back for the three. The step back a little harder than getting in flow like we always talk about. Clay and
Or
BL3.
stepping into it, getting it into the paint, and then kicking it back out, stepping into it and shooting. You know, off the dribble, a lot harder shot.
Yep, especially when you go back, too. Croc Sibbing with it. Left side, Wyatt. Man-to-man coming from the Blue Devils. And a lob down to the block, and Oxley was trying to post up Whitfield. His momentum was leaning back, so he had nothing that could get out and get that ball in the corner, and it went right out of bounds.
Terrible pass by Wyatt. I'm sorry, you don't throw him the ball until he wants the ball and calls for it.
And then where? At the
Yeah,
hand.
oh yeah. I said Keith Douglas was the best at that ever.
Trace Ruth into the ball game. Trace has it up top. Hesitation. Trace to the ball. Oh, good move by Trace.
Good take.
And that was an in-between the dribble when he took the ball to the hole there off the glass. 65-21. Third quarter action, 3 minutes left in the quarter. Wellman and Pettit sitting up in our little perch that we like. Our same perch will be here for Thursday night. Ball on the right side, coming back to the top, 16-footer. Oh, a nice little J there.
That's the freshman.
That's Bile. He hits that shot, and it breaks our 10-point run. 65-23. Inside, one big move to the hole. Keyshawn gets the basket.
They don't have anybody strong enough to cover Keyshawn down the block.
Yeah, we could probably go to every time with Keyshawn. I'm glad we're using our offense and every bit of our offense.
Well, running, what we do best, and then going from there.
Croc Sibbing gets inside, kicks it back out. Shot is no good. Ball's inside, saved by the Silver Streaks, but Milton has it. Whitfield skips it over to the other side. Oh, gosh.
That was a collision.
I feel bad for our number 20. Doesn't remember who his name is now, even though he's not in the book. He ran into Keyshawn.
He probably doesn't remember his name either, but he hit the three from the corner.
Exactly. So he says, hey, I got 5 points now, including that three. We'll pick it up later on. 65. Boy, he did run into him. Now, if it had been more force going forward like the Louthen one, I think he might hit the floor.
He's probably concussed. I'm sorry.
Inside spin move. Good job there by Keyshawn. Drops down, just spins with the feet all the way to the hoop. 69-26. I seem to be missing baskets sometimes when they come in here. Inside spin move. Whitfield playing defense. And Whitfield's going to commit the foul. For Milton, it'll be his second foul. Fourth foul in this third quarter. At the line.
Yeah, I can't see the clock. How much
Raheem
time's left?
Masellin, number 32. He's had 2 for 2 earlier today, and 124, Coach, in the third.
69-26.
You're losing
Devils
that.
over the Streaks.
And I lose the top player on the Silver Streak side. Milton takes the seat. Avion Tate comes in. So Rice Jr., Ruth, Tate, Wires, and Clay Jr. So second one is good. 1 out of 2 this time. 3 out of 4 for him on the night. Shot from the right side. Good. Was that Ruth firing that one up? Wow, nice shot there.
It's just by Wires.
Ruth set up from that strong side. He has got a great shot.
I know he's had trouble hitting it because he hit his first one, I think, last weekend, didn't he?
Good move inside there. Bio with that. You said he's a freshman, Coach?
Yeah. Good looking ball player. 6'2", 6'3".
Inside a minute. Devils have it. Third quarter. 72-29. Definitely a victory here. Coming behind the screen. Ruth misses. Tipped out. Good job by Rico, and he tipped it accidentally.
I tell you what, when you're doing offensive rebounds, you get a fingertip on the ball, you've done your job.
Yep, and that fingertip got it out to Cameron Wires. Ruth coming around into the corner. Tate back to the top. Rice goes on in. Double team, no good. Rico Clay Jr. the rebound. Down to 24 seconds left in the quarter. And Ruth likes it, hits another one. Ruth now with 8 points in the quarter, hit his last 2 3-pointers. 75-29. Nice shot there, Trace.
Well, he's getting into the flow of the offense, and he's looking for a shot. Oh, here we
Rico
go.
with a steal. Oh! Rico throws it down. Sorry about that if I hurt somebody's ears out there, but he actually went down with authority on that one. Ball went in, almost hit him in the head when he cupped it. And that's the way the quarter will end. We have played 3 quarters here in Galesburg at John Thiel. Your score, the Quincy High Blue Devils 77, the Silver Streaks of Galesburg 29. Stick around, 4th quarter up. Wellman and Pettit, MeccaSportsCo.com.
Are you a contractor? If so, listen up. Freiburg Insurance in Quincy, a Pekin insurance partner, is known for providing the best contractor coverage in the area. They've thought of everything, from covering your facilities to protecting your tools and equipment while on the road, and even your employees. Ready to learn more? Call Freiburg Insurance at 217-224-7774 and let them help build a Pekin insurance portfolio that protects your business, your employees, and your livelihood.
A fluffy mohawk. Back here at Galesburg, Mr. T sitting down to my left here. What's the comment, Coach? That
I pity the fool.
That's right. Anybody who's got to play the Devils after a loss there, and Devils looking good, 77-29. That means running clock here. Well, why not? 3rd quarter started with a non-running clock, so that was pretty good. They were. They
let us get 6 points before they started the clock, which I think the scorekeeper down there for the Silver Streaks. But once again, Blue Devils have been very dominant, on the offensive and the defensive end.
Let's give you the lineup for the Devils in the last quarter. Salisbury's in the ball game. That's Jacob. Jarius Rice Jr., number 3. Shot from the left side, no good. Trace Ruth with the rebound. Trace doing a nice job out there. Avion Tate still in, and Rico Clay Jr. also the 5 for the Devils. Tate across the Ruth. Man-to-man still coming from the Silver Streaks. In down low. Rico made a move to the basket. Croc Sibbing grabs a hold of him. Rico grabs his lip and his jaw a little bit. Ouch. Just a little love tap there.
Well, if you got, Rico Clay down on the block with, Croc Sibbing at 6'1" guarding him, you take it down there and you go hard to the hole, which he did.
If he had a beard, he'd be like that, what was the player that was playing for against us that was on the floor? That was that Geneseo's game? I have to double check as the Devils knock it out of bounds. The guy that took the charge, and he hit the floor more than anybody else. I got to double check that because that was an unbelievable night for him.
And if you want to check out the Geneseo Quincy High game, you can see it on MeccaSportsCo.com. With all the replays of all the Blue Devil games this year.
That is right. Here's Salisbury. Oh. Jacob got the steal, and his second dribble was off the knee. Now, some guys can do that and dribble with the knee.
Well,
most of the time it's a tough one.
Yeah.
Out of bounds, so as the clock runs with 6:30 left, Devils still 77-29.
Good job getting in the passing lanes by Salisbury.
On the other side, James Croc Kiefer. That's another hyphen out there. He's in the ball game. Also coming in, Sean Taylor. Not the Sean Taylor we have. Spells his differently, S-H-A-W-N. Coach Taylor is S-E-A-N. Here's a pull-up. Nice pull-up there by Croc Sibbing. That's Jackson Croc Sibbing.
Yeah, and he's done a good job last 4 or 5 games, double figures, every game for the Galesburg Silver Streaks.
Inside.
Ooh,
out. Good pass out to the left corner.
He's
Trace
hot.
Ruth. His 3rd.
Sizzling.
80-31. Did you hear that there, Grandpa Fred? Lighten him up out here, 80-31.
Well, he's got the ball in good situations and got his feet set and, nailed the shots.
3 trays, and he's got 11 points. Croc Sibbing misses. Tate gets the rebound. Look up. There you go. Salisbury, Ruth, all the way down. That's how you do it. Easy layup there. Rico had to make a little fake, though, before he made the bucket. I got Rico down for 10 points now.
Ball moves a lot faster by passing it instead of dribbling.
Indeed. Tate, a little late on that one. Ball goes down into the corner. Driving to the lane. Oh, a nice block there by Rico. Rico blocked that with his hands up and standing with his feet down. He did not leave the floor, and that was a good play there. Sean
Seal
Taylor.
off, keep your hands up straight, and good things will happen.
Excuse me, a couple sneezes there. Some of that dust that's over here on the as we get places where people aren't usually at to move our camera and everything. 4:35 and counting left in this one. Checking the lineup there, make sure. I think Nathan Poulter just checked in, number 10. Missing the shot. Tate misses the putback. Rico says, you're going to miss it. I get the offensive rebound. Rico tried to sneak 2 offensive rebounds in there as he tipped the ball once, but we're only going to give you 1. 84-31. Oh, almost there. Poulter was right there on his numeral counterpart. They both were in number 10. Bile on the one side. Poulter. Bile goes by him. Pulls up with a nice shot. Partially blocked on that one. Ruth gets the rebound. Long outlet. Good job to Rico. And I'll tell you what, that was a wide receiver.
Dunk it, but that was a great catch, and he twisted his body, for the easy layup.
That was a wide receiver move there.
Yep.
I mean, that was very acrobatic. Made the catch, made the spin, laid it up. Touchdown.
Nice pass by Roos, getting it down there to him, in a spot where he could catch it.
Emmerich Batley into the ball game. So Poulter, Batley, Salisbury, Ruth, and Tate right now for the Devils. 3:30 left. As I said, stick around the Hardy's post-game show. 30th and Broadway, Brian Harms. Good move down low. Ruth gets the ball and puts it up quick. Boy, I'll tell you what, he's getting his scoring in and in bunches. Call him Chiquita.
Well, yeah, I tell you what, his scoring average is going to go up quite a bit here with this game.
In the corner, almost a triple team. Ball comes back out high with 3 minutes left in this ball game. Devils staying in their man-to-man.
Well, and the biggest thing with Roos, that's going to get him more playing time, when it comes to big games.
Salisbury commits the foul. Cody Jones will go to the line to shoot 2 for the Silver Streaks. Salisbury, his first foul of the day, the night 2. First foul on the Devils in this quarter. We had 5 pretty quick in the third quarter. No, that was the second quarter. Third quarter, we got to 4. I don't think we made it to the 5th one. First free throw, no good. We'll also talk to Coach in the post game. Of course, the coach's comments. The summary version, as it's a school night. Missing, but nice job of saving that basketball. Eden Mahala saved the ball. Coming up with it was Jones. Silver Streaks have the ball. There's a nice pick and roll. Ooh, no good, but tell you, that was nice because Mahala got the rebound to save that one. So when they had the pick and roll, they got the big man the ball back in there. Missed it, almost had an and one.
Well, and the kid shooting the free throw, this is their other freshman. It's getting a lot of playing time. Good-looking ball player.
Nails the first free throw. Yeah, he almost had an and one there.
And he's about 6'4", so he might be 6'8" in a couple of years.
That was an 11-point run. Finally stopped. Devils had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 good runs on the game. Second free throw was good. 88-33. Right corner, Tate. Back out to Batley. Pulls up for the shot. No good off the front of the iron. Rebound by Galesburg. Approaching 1 minute left in this one. Stopping that free throw lane. Needed some help. Now he gets it. Bile on this side. He pulls up, and we have an offensive foul. Taylor moving on the screen, so he commits his second foul. Third on the other side, so while the clock runs, Devils get set up. Max Wires into the ball game. So Wires, Batley, Tate, Salisbury, and Poulter. 40 seconds left. I don't see him shooting unless Max gets it in the corner. Back to the top of the key, Poulter. Drives to the basket. Oh, good move by Nathan. Went all the way to the basket. Nobody stopped him. He scores.
Well, and that's a good basket within your offense. not trying to show people up.
And we broke the 90 barrier.
You've got your second team in there. Well, second, probably third team.
Wow.
In there.
The freshman just made a nice move to the hole, Mahala, and then looked like he was going to reach out almost dunking on that one.
Well, like I say, he's a 6'4" freshman, like I say, and he's long.
And there is the buzzer. So on this Tuesday night, Devils come back. They get back into the Western Big Six mode. Their 20th victory this season, now 20-2, 9-0 in the conference. On the other side, Galesburg falls to 8-17 and 2-7 in the conference. But they have improved out there. And, of course, Coach is up here waving because he saw Coach Weber's
mom and
dad earlier when he had a chance to talk to them. Coach Pettit coached with Coach Weber way back at Byron in the early coaching days. So,
we got the Northern Supers.
Well, that'll do it for the regular portion of our broadcast. The band's ready to kick it on here. We're going to figure some stats out. We'll come back for the post-game show, and we'll also have Coach's comments and our player of the game. But from Galesburg, John Field Gymnasium, your final score, your Quincy Blue Devils 90 and the Galesburg Silver Streaks 35. We're back after this, and this has been Blue Devil Basketball right here on MeccaSportsCo.com.
If you're building a house, remodeling an older home, thinking about a new deck, or need a whole new kitchen, Woodmart is your project partner. Since 1978, Woodmart has been the most trusted building materials and kitchen and bath design company in the Quincy area. At Woodmart, you'll find enthusiastic, experienced professionals helping you through every phase of your project. We offer smart advice for the contractor or do-it-yourselfer and top-quality materials. Woodmart Building Center, 2000 North 12th, Quincy, your project partner since 1978.
If you're a business owner, a lot of things keep you awake at night. Your insurance shouldn't be one of them. With well-planned coverage from Pekin Insurance, you can rest easy. Call Freiburg Insurance in Quincy for a quick insurance review. They'll make sure your business coverage is up-to-date and thorough. Freiburg Insurance will work with you to put together a policy that fits your business and your budget. Call 217-224-7774 and rest easy knowing you're covered by Pekin Insurance.
Good things are happening at Hardee's, right, Brian?
Here at Hardee's, we have a new $6.99 original bag. And you get 2 sandwiches, a fry, and a drink. You have your choice for the sandwiches between a regular hot ham and cheese, regular roast beef, double cheeseburger, or one of our chicken tender wraps. So you can pick any 2 of those, get a hot fry and a cold drink for only $6.99 here at Hardee's on 30th and Broadway.
That's Hardee's at 30th and Broadway, Quincy.
And welcome to the Hardee's pregame. How about postgame show? We can go back and do the pregame again and do it all over again.
I don't think we have to tonight here at John Field Gymnasium.
I would agree with you on that. As I ran through real quick here, Devils started this one off after they had a 10-point run, a 9-point run, and a 6-point run, all in the first quarter, led 25-6. Halftime built it up to a 49-19 lead after 3. 77-29, that third quarter, 28 points.
Well, they got out after it, and defensively, and they jumped on them probably the first 4 or 5 minutes, of that quarter, and put the game away.
Yeah, and that's behind the 25 and 24 they had the 2 quarters before,
yep.
And then wrapped up the victory 90-35. As I said, the Devils go to 9-0, 20-2 overall. Galesburg will go to 8-17 and 2-7. What'd you like about it all, Coach?
Well, just their, running their stuff, defending, getting out, and they do what they do. When they're, at their best, they're defending, they're getting out, they're getting easy looks on the offensive end, and when I say easy looks, getting the ball into the paint, driving, kicking it out for the wide open threes, and tonight they were hitting those threes. So, very good game tonight for the Blue Devils, bouncing back after I don't want to say a tough loss against a very, very, very good Bishop O'Connell team, but, they came back tonight and, the losses are going to be few and far between here second half of the season.
And looking at the scoring here just briefly here, the Silver Streaks as I will look, and I'm not going to have a chance to count all these up. I do say that they had a nice job of free throws in the first half, 7 out of 8. The second half, they went 3 out of 4. And so 10 out of 12, not bad from the free throw line. They had Jackson Wyatt had 6, 5 by Bio, 4 by 3 different players. Mahala came in late. Also Oxley, 4 also by Croc Sibbing, and 4 also by Toby Kay. 3 points there from Massellin. Also in the ball game, Jones was in there. Taylor was in there. Kelly started the ball game. You know, we did not see Tyree Taylor. I didn't know what was up there, if he's even still playing or if he was hurt. But that was where the points, you should have close to 35 points in there. And on the other side for the Blue Devils, I just noticed coach was up here already. BL3.
It is a Tuesday night, man. They got to get back for school tomorrow.
True. BL3 had 20 points in the game. Actually, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys in double figures. Unofficially now. I'm going to have to double check this. So we had BL3 with 20. We had 14 from Rico Clay Jr. We go 13 from Ruth. So 2 guys off the bench go 14-13.
Oh, yeah.
11 points out of Dom Clay. 11 points out of Keyshawn. All those guys obviously were done by the time we got to the middle of the third quarter.
Halfway through third.
Yep. And then we dropped to 6 points from Whitfield, 5 points from Louthen. He opened up the threes for us and had a good first half. It was amazing he had 4 fouls as quick as he did. 5 also for Cameron Wires. And 2 points for Poulter. And I believe Tate was in the game, Batley, Wires, and Rice Jr., as well as Salisbury. They did not score. So everybody's in the game and still put 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 guys in the scoring column. So pretty good job there.
Well, and how many are in double figures in the scoring column? What, 4? Okay, and it could have been, 5, 6.
5.
I mean, it could have been a lot more, to be honest with you. So, I mean, good job moving the basketball, making the extra passes. I think Longcore had a heck of a game. He ended up with, 20, of their 90. But, he probably had 6, 7 assists, in the first half and started the third quarter. So, getting the ball, getting it into the paint, making those easy passes, that's where when the Blue Devils on offense are rolling.
So you're telling us that Longcore is probably your player of the game?
Longcore is the player of the game, I'm sorry.
There you go. Longcore is the player of the game, even though we had 4 more guys in double figures. And Ruth and Rico Clay have some pretty good games there as well. But it was all set up there in that first quarter when 12 points in the first quarter, and BL3 was hitting them or was giving them up, especially in the second quarter.
Well, second quarter, third quarter especially. I mean, he got down there because, I take that back. His second quarter because he had 12 in the first. How many do you have in the second? None. So, I mean, he was dishing in the second, and you had other people getting involved, in the offense with Dom, and Keyshawn and whatever in the second quarter, getting involved, and then he comes out third quarter and, he's got that little, that extra special that, when, he needs points, he's going to get points. He's going to do whatever it takes for the team to win. Whether it's points, passing, defense, blocking shots, rebounding, he's going to do what it takes for this team to be successful. And tonight was a perfect example.
All right, BL3, you're the player of the game. We'll take that break. When we come back, we'll be wrapping up the Hardy's postgame show with the coach's comments here in a minute as the Devils win. And BL3 is your player of the game on MeccaSportsCo.com.
Are you a contractor? If so, listen up. Freiburg Insurance in Quincy, a Pekin Insurance partner, is known for providing the best contractor coverage in the area. They've thought of everything, from covering your facilities to protecting your tools and equipment while on the road, and even your employees. Ready to learn more? Call Freiburg Insurance at 217-224-7774 and let them help build a Pekin Insurance portfolio that protects your business, your employees, and your livelihood.
Yeah, tonight was nice.
All right, here we go. And back here at the John Thiel Gymnasium, Jeff Wellman, Dave Pettit. Games in the book. Next one up for us, back here on Thursday night, as the Blue Devil Gals will be here. The Blue Devils from the girls' side will be here playing at 7 o'clock. Should be a great game. The last one was 44-41. Devils lost at home. That was a stretch of those close ball games that we lost. Sterling, them, and I believe it was Alleman, the other one.
Three of them probably. I mean, if you had a three-pointer in each game, you might be 2-1 instead of 0-3.
Good games.
You know, so.
Yep. And the Devils are playing good, too. And, of course, looked pretty good. Could not get the ball to go in the basket until that 2.2 seconds left in the ball game on that fourth quarter against Millard North. And they were really looking good, built up a big lead. But they'll turn around, and that'll carry them into the rest of the season, also carry them into the postseason as well. So, but that'll be Thursday night. Then Friday, it'll be Quincy High hosting Sterling. And then we go with Saturday up to the Crossroads Shootout at Normal West. And that will be when we take on Chaminade. So a busy week there. And with us right now, Coach, no homework tomorrow, right, for anybody?
No. You can't tell that. You can't tell this group that.
I love to see you smiling, man. That's what I like.
Good ball game out there. And I tell you, coming in, we did just what we needed to do. We played our game. We shared the basketball quite well. We got after it on defense, which turned to a lot of that offensive possessions. And then even when our subs came in, they ran some pretty good stuff as well.
Well, that's what I told our group. That was the first thing I said going in the locker room. I was really proud of every guy coming in, playing with that intensity. Sometimes you get in a tendency with all groups, whether it's the first, second, third string guys, you get into a habit of trying to do things that we don't do. And I thought with all three of our groups, they came in, with their minds right. The intensity defensively was there. Rebounding was there. Good shots were taken on our end. So I'm proud of them for that.
Go ahead there, Coach.
No, you're up.
It's a Tuesday night, and I'm cutting it short. I know what happens on that banquet at the end of the year when you're told that you kept everybody here longer, so I'm not saying a word.
Well, I tell you what, I thought the total overall effort, I thought, Bradley, set the tone, in the first quarter scoring.
Yep.
Second quarter making the passes.
Right.
Third quarter come out scoring again. So, I mean, he controls the game. Gosh, it was a thing of beauty tonight. But once again, this is Galesburg. This is not Moline. This is not Rock Island. This is not Chaminade.
Right. No, it's not. But it's the same mentality that we have and should have against them. The same one that we have against Chaminade come Saturday, Sterling on Friday, Webster Groves next Wednesday. I mean, every game that we play. I mean, you can't. These are high school kids. As soon as you take your foot off the gas a little bit, their minds can wander off into other things. And we can try doing this. We can try doing that. I don't have to pass the ball. I can dribble 75 times and then look for a shot. And that's what we don't want. We don't want to have bad habits being created in games like this. And I didn't think with any of our guys tonight that we had much of those.
And I thought the human fast break, Cameron Wires.
Yeah.
That's what we're going to call him now because he's 60 miles an hour.
Yeah.
He gets that ball, and, I mean, he pushes it, but that the secondary, the transition, fast breaks, I mean, he does it, pass, wide open look, and you got a lot of good looks tonight.
Well, you hear guys on the bench when he's doing some of that, Cameron, I can't believe how quick he is. It's from his teammates. And I'm sitting there thinking the same thing. I can't believe how quick he is, but he is. With the ball in his hands, without, it's pretty impressive.
I like that, Coach. The human fast break. There you go. Last time I named a point guard, it was Aaron Littig out of Bluffs. He was the Bluffs Flash, and to this day, we still call him the Bluffs Flash.
Don't tell Cameron he's a human fast break.
Well, we did tell him the other day. I was talking to him, and I said, we really like your game this year because last year you were out of control sometimes.
Yeah.
With not only the dribble, the passes. This year, I mean, the mentality between the ears and really controlling. That's what's most impressive.
No, he's come a long way, man. I remember sitting with him, was it last year? I think it was last year before the season even started. He came down to the gym, and we just so happened to be bowling on that Friday. So he wanted to talk, and I said, come on down. He came over to the Tangerine. We sat down, had a conversation, and he was like, Coach, I want to grow. I was immature last year. I was selfish last year. I want to do anything I can for the team. And he waited his moment, playing behind his brother, playing behind some of the other guards that we have. He waited his moment, and I could not be more proud of a kid that does that. There's a lot of kids out there that, things don't go their way. And, society's kind of teaching them that now. Doesn't go your way, just go, leave, quit, do something else.
Yep.
You're not happy, go leave, quit, instead of putting your head down and going after it. And he's been one that has done that. It's never been about him as much as it's been about the team. And, he's come a long way.
Sounds great. Well, I've reserved my time for the next post game. I've only used a couple questions there, and so I'm good right there. And so congratulations, Coach. We'll see you on
He's got
Friday.
about 3 or 4 more if you want.
Right. Yeah, text me.
There you go. So, and that's Coach Andy Douglas.
All right,
of course,
fellas.
his comments are brought to you by the Cunis Honda, Cunis Hyundai, Faith Family, and Giving Back. And we'll hear from them, come back and wrap it up as the Blue Devils win this one 90-35. It's Blue Devil basketball right here on megasportsco.com.
Bet you outdrive you this hole.
If you outdrive me, I'll take $10,000 off every car sold at QHS Quincy this month.
Daddy needs a new ride.
I wasn't expecting that.
And
I was expecting closer than the last game.
Yep, I am too. That's the talk in between, carrying on into here. Coach Pettit and I, as this game went 90-35. Last one was 82-39,
I believe.
Right. So,
and I'll be honest with you, folks. You probably missed some of the best conversations about the basketball game. When we got the commercials running. To be honest, so yeah, the Blue Devils tonight. Very solid effort, against the Galesburg team that, might be a little bit down, but, they've got some good talent coming up here. But, this was a, we beat,
Clinic?
what was it, 73-25 against Geneseo? This was a much better win than the Geneseo win.
Well, I'd agree.
Because, Galesburg is a much better team, and we came out and dominated them tonight.
Put 5 guys in the double figures as well. So I liked it as well, Coach. It was a lot of fun. Makes the drive home a lot better as well. And so a victory here. Thursday, right back here. In fact, we ought to just pick up the cot and the pillow and lay down here, call in tomorrow and say, hey,
I got to work a couple days.
Coach Pettit is going to teach at Galesburg tomorrow. He sat on the Galesburg seat all during the game here. We brought him a padded.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
He said he
no. I sat for about maybe half the first quarter, but I couldn't sit on it. I'm sorry.
Indeed. We got him one of them padded ones. We found him. Anyway. All right, Coach, last words.
Hey, God, great win tonight. Looking forward to Sterling on Friday, which, once again, that's another one of those games. If we come out and do what we're supposed to do, we should come away with the W. And then, next Saturday, that's going to be a fun game with Chaminade at the was it the Midwest Roads Classic or whatever?
Crossroads
Classic. Classic. That's going to be. And we saw Chaminade last week. Against the second-ranked team in the country, Brewster. They were giving them everything they could handle. And I tell you what, Jihadi White, the big kid in the middle, him and Keyshawn. That's going to be fun to watch on Saturday.
Indeed, there, folks. So tune in right here. We'll have the game for you. You can listen to us. You can watch it however you'd like to. But anyway, thank you, Coach. Good night tonight as the Devils win here in Galesburg. The final score, the Quincy High Blue Devils 90 and your Galesburg Silver Streaks 35. Again, we're back here on Thursday for the Blue Devil girls. And then Friday, Saturday, Sterling at home. And Saturday, Crossroads at Normal West. For Coach Pettit, one more time, I'm Jeff Wellman. Glad you could join us as the Devils win 90-35. And this has been Blue Devil Basketball on megasportsco.com. Good night, everyone.
Dreaming of a new kitchen or bath that's as functional as it is beautiful? At Woodmart Building Center, we bring your vision to life. Choose from a wide variety of cabinetry finishes and styles to fit any space and budget. Our expert designers work with you every step of the way to create a space that's uniquely yours. From timeless classics to modern masterpieces, your dream kitchen or bath starts here. Visit Woodmart Building Center today. Find us at woodmartbuildingcenter.com or stop by our showroom at North 12th and Seminary Road, Quincy.
Start your day off the right way at Hardee's.
We have new items for our breakfast 2 for $5. You can get a biscuits and gravy, sausage egg, or cinnamon roll. Any 2 of those for $5. You can't beat a made-from-scratch biscuit here at Hardee's. Sausage, egg, biscuits and gravy, or a cinnamon roll, 2 for $5.
Is there any place better for breakfast than Hardee's? Come see for yourself. Hardee's at 30th and Broadway, Quincy.